warriors, artists, gods. Frogs are none of these things, but I still think they're pretty cool. Even this guy. Add just a pinch of imagination and a dash of video game magic on top of that, and that coolness can be increased tenfold. Or you could do this. But let's just put a pin in that forever and talk about the best frogs first. Also, for the record, toads do count for this. Yeah, I know about taxonomy and whatever, stop judging me. I just want to apologize for any horrible flashbacks any of you Pikmin players are having right now. I know your pain. Wollywogs are a particularly dangerous creature in the world of Pikmin. They jump into the air and absolutely decimate any creatures unlucky enough to be underneath it. It may seem cruel, but in actuality they do it in order to drive predators, like Pikmin, away from their eggs. And given my scorched earth policy in regards to playing these games, I'd say it's definitely a wise move on their part. Still though, as tough as these frogs are, with strategy or sheer numbers, they can be taken out relatively safely, but God help you if they catch you off guard. These guys are incredibly well designed, both visually and in gameplay, and for that, they earn my begrudging respect, even after they turned half my army into mincemeat. I think it says a lot of good things about a game when it can take something as banal as saving and make it really charming and memorable. And when it comes to charm, Mother 3 takes the cake and then incinerates it and then drowns the ashes in sadness. Scattered around Mother 3's world are these little guys, the save frogs. Not only are they adorable, but they can also save your progress, obviously. Plus, they can also inexplicably talk, so I can only assume they're magical or something. Did somebody say frogs in cars? Look at all the variety. Ghost frog, senile frog, frog in the bathroom, and balloon frogs. Go free, my babies!
Yay! To the mesosphere! Finally, we can die!
What? I see you're having a good time playing Yoshi's Island. It'd be a shame if you were eaten alive or something.
No.
Really though, Yoshi's Island has fantastic bosses. They're all unique and insanely fun, but only one has you knee-deep in a frog's gullet. While inside Prince Froggy's digestive system, you'll need to avoid acid and Shy Guys, all while pelting his stomach uvula with eggs. It's simple, imaginative, and fun. It's also pretty easy, but like most Yoshi's Island boss fights, the real challenge is getting through it without getting hit, so you can get those sweet ranking benefits. Of course, since you're punching his uvula like that, you'd think you'd exit through the mouth. Nope. Yoshi decides to use an alternative exit. So in summary, fantastic boss fight and Yoshi just squeezed through a frog sphincter. There are a lot of frogs in Pokemon, but which one's my favorite? Well, I'm gonna have to be a bit obvious on this one and go with Seismitoad! Yeah, psych! This list is about frogs and somehow I have a controversial entry on it. So why Seismitoad? Well, he's a water ground type, which is a combination of Pokemon I particularly love for whatever reason. Plus, he has weaponized warts. And I know that sounds gross, but that's because it is. My man Flycatcher the Seismitoad has a tremendous tag team with the Elemental Master Fluffles the Slurpuff. Together they can create an insurmountable wall of stall, the likes of which is probably pretty annoying. Long story short, Seismitoad's just a personal favorite of mine. We all have different tastes and our opinions are all equally valid. Greninja's overrated. I'm just kidding, I didn't mean it. In the depths of a flooded wasteland, filled with disfigured parasites in despair, only one frog-shaped light shines in the darkness. And his name is Glenn. It is Glenn, that's his name. Glenn the Frog is from the indie game They Breathe, an eerie little gem of an experience that completely relies on visual storytelling to convey its narrative. So this guy is artsy. He dives deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper to save all his frog buddies. And he doesn't even need magic or Slurpuffs to help him. And that's why I love the guy. He's just a basic frog with no powers, but he's capable of taking down an army of disgusting moose demons from hell, no sweat. Though that's probably because frogs don't have the glands for sweating. Either way, he's an inspiration for frogs everywhere. And he only kinda looks like a Muppet. Godspeed, Glenn. Godspeed. As the old saying goes, there are two sides to every frog coin, and by process of elimination, you could guess that we're on the garbage side now. So inflate your vocal sacs in support, cause this is not gonna be pretty. Okay, picture this. You're frolicking around in Termina having a gay old time, and you just beat the Ice Temple and Goat. The goat thing. Upon leaving, you see a little frog in a pond. Using a mask to talk to him, he wants you to find all of his frog buddies. Unfortunately, the moon's about to crash into the earth because you took too long on the Ice Temple, so you gotta reset time, beat Goat again, and then start the side quest. The first two frogs are easy enough. One of them is right in Clocktown and the other one is in the swamp. Then you have to backtrack to the Woodfall Temple, get all the way to the mini-boss room, and then beat it, getting another frog. But then you can't find the last frog because it turns out it isn't available yet, so congratulations, you just wasted your time. Hooray! So later you beat the Water Temple and it turns out that's where the last frog is. So you reset time, beat Goat again, get the first two frogs again, backtrack and beat the Woodfall Temple mini-boss for the third time, then go all the way back to the Water Temple and get lost in it because it was designed by Hitler. After finally finding the mini-boss room and beating it again, you go back to the pond, they play a little song, and they give you a single piece of heart. Wow, if that same series of events happened to me, I'd imagine I'd be pretty bitter about it. Dr. Wily has thrown quite a few Robot Masters at Mega Man over the years, but out of all of them, I think Toadman has to be the dumbest. First of all, wow, that's a stupid design. Second of all, Toadman was designed for the express purpose of crop irrigation. I mean, really, Dr. Wily? Really? But hey, maybe Toadman is stronger than he looks. Just kidding, no he isn't. He has one of the worst boss battles in the entire series. It breaks so easy that it's kind of hilarious. Riveting. Or should I say, ribbiting. Frogger is a historically important video game character. I don't have any personal attachment to him, so he wasn't on my best list, but there's no way that he could be on the worst, right? Well, I'm not talking about that Frogger. I'm talking about this thing. This is made by Konami, right? Because I gotta say, it's a bold move to let the Silent Hill team take control of the game's character design. Frogger the Great Quest, creative name by the way, exists. That's about the best thing I can say about it, honestly. The controls barely work, the camera barely works, and my eyes barely work after having to look at it for so long. Let's just skip to the next one. I don't think it could be any worse than this. I take it all back! Please! No! Okay, is it over? Okay, I think this would be rather self-explanatory. No! There's no, they couldn't have been that stupid. No! When you look at Crazy Frog Racing, you know it's gonna be terrible. But when you're talking about one of the most iconic and important video game characters of all time, you don't expect this kind of travesty. Yeah, I know, but this was before that. Yeah, okay, shut up. Imagine if in Ocarina of Time, when you're about to reach Ganondorf, his chamber is blocked off with a sticky note saying, you have to play the fishing minigame for 2 hours in order to get in. What's that? That's the most stupid thing you've ever heard. Well, congratulations, you have more common sense than the developers of Sonic Adventure. Froggy's busy doing typical frog things when he suddenly eats a giant gemstone and mutant creature thing and bails. So now you have to play as his actually has brain damaged friend Big the Cat and fish for him. It isn't fun, it doesn't have a point, and everybody hates it. Let's be honest, when you saw a worst frog list, Froggy was probably one of the first things you thought of. What a disaster. But hey, at least he made Aaron Hansen go insane.
Grab it. Huh? Is that a hit?
Because that was hilarious. Oh no, the positive and negative lists are reaching equilibrium. At this rate, it'll make an entirely new list. Top 5 frogs in video games I'm completely neutral towards. That looks uncomfortable. Well, this is and it's over. Wart Jr., I don't even know you. Wart Sr., maybe if he did something in the last 20 years. And this guy. I haven't played Chrono Trigger yet, please don't kill me. Well, that was something. Thanks for watching my video. If this list was up your alley, then please like or subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And also follow me on Twitter if you want. Thank you.